I'm back with a process video on the magazine journal. After my last video, several people contacted me and asked if I would do a process video on how I do the pages for the week. Never done a process video before, but I'm willing to give it a try. So when I did my last video, this page was blank. And unfortunately, I don't have a snapshot of it to show you what it looked like when it was really had not much on it. But if you go to 2.33, 2 minutes and 33 seconds in my last video, you can see exactly how this was before I filled it in. So this week is essentially complete. I usually run from Monday through Sunday. So officially this will be done tomorrow. But I just wanted you to see what it looks like. And so the next one that I'll be doing is this week. And so what I generally do, if I'm going to use the Tangi Baxter system, and I don't know if all of you have that, but I'll do one page with using Tangi's system and then show you an alternative that you can use if you don't have it and you still want to do something like this. So the first thing I do is I really make sure that this is creased open so it doesn't kind of want to fold in a little bit. So I make sure that's good and opened. And then I've cut my pages down. I got my clip art graphics that from Tangi's system that I want to use. So I always try and put the date strip up here in the top left. It makes it easy to see the weeks. And then I decided what it was I wanted to do for the week. Just a few pieces of some images. And really I don't put a whole lot on there because you can see how it ends up getting quite a bit of things on there. Because I do add a lot of collage work, cutouts and things like that, or even a lot of writing and journaling, which it's a journal, so that's what you want to do. Okay, so after I've cut down my paper, and it's going to vary depending on the size of your magazine, I usually leave about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch on all edges. I do that because I want to put a piece of washi tape on the side here like this because I think it strengthens it a little bit. And I also will probably put one down the center this time. Also, what I do, and I'll show you here, this is just double-sided tape. And I put about 1/2 inch, I guess I'd say, in each corner. I've gone ahead and put it on all the others. I just thought I'd show you how I do this. It's not rocket science for sure. And that just really helps keep the edges, the corners down. It just really makes sure I have no problem with that. And I just make sure those are on there good. And then I'll go ahead and adhere them. Now, this time, when I did this pocket here, I thought, when I found this graphic actually, I thought, that's going to make a neat pocket. So what I'm going to do, what I did do actually, is I slit the top here, and you can see that, and then I just used my Crop-A-Dile and put 2 little holes in there just to relieve some of the pressure. And then I'm going to stick a tag in there. So when I glue this into the book, I'll make sure I don't glue this part. I'll just leave it right here like that. Glue it about halfway down, like probably about to there. In fact, I did mark it on the other side. And then I also, just to be sure, I reinforced it with some tape right across there. So here's my line. I don't know if you could see it, but here's my line where I'm not all glued to here and then up and around there. So it's really that simple. I'll go ahead and just take these off and we'll glue the first page, and then I'll come back after I've glued the others. Because I don't think you want to sit here and watch me glue. This is my crusty old wax paper, but it works great. I use it until I just can't stand it any longer. I have been using the Elmer's washable school glue. I like the purple because I can see it. It works great. And I usually start along the edge here and get a pretty good amount and just keep working my way around. Now, remember, I've got to keep in mind here how I'm going to glue this, because this one's a little bit different. Normally I just glue like crazy. And I'm really only going to glue just a little bit there. And then to that line, and then down here. And I do put glue over that tape. And the reason I do is because it allows me to reposition it a little bit. If you know score tape, you know that once you get it down, it sticks. But if you have glue over it, then it allows you to move it around a little bit. Okay, so I think that's good. And sometimes I'll just put a little bit on here. I haven't found that to make a huge difference. Okay, so I'm just going to set it right about there. So that gives me a good edge here. So I can wrap my washi tape around. And I take my card and I just go down like this. Hope my head's not getting in the way here. And just make sure I have a good seal. Like that. And it's really as simple as that. Now, let's see if I left that open enough. It's a little bit tight right now. Yep, that'll work perfectly. Good. Okay. So I'll go ahead and glue the other page in here, just like I did this one, and then I'll be back.